Here I am with Obi and Asher at the end of about a 3-mile walk, but for Obi, it's literally been, I would say, here, Obi's gentle. I would say for Obi, it's been, gosh, I don't even know how many miles, 7, 8, because we're out here and there's like hundreds and hundreds of acres. We're very grateful in this Redding area for these open spaces and trails, most of them maintained by McConnell Foundation. Some of them just open space that we're allowed to walk, which during the middle of the week I don't worry, but on the weekend I worry because of the other dogs when Asher's on a leash. He doesn't like dogs running up. But I wanted to talk a little because some of you have asked about me to do more updates on the male dog situation. There goes Obi too. And again, this is at the end of his walk. You probably can't even see him, but that dog is a gazelle. And now what you're witnessing now is, see, it's a little hard on Asher because he's already in a 1-down position on the leash. So what we do is we come home and we throw his ball for him because that's his reward. And if he's exceedingly hyped, sometimes we'll even throw it ahead of time, but it's like we instantly do it. And I know it sounds silly, but the thing I've learned about this, because some of you again have asked explicitly to hear more about unneutered males, I've learned that they keep score. And so these two boys now, it's been 3 months since the fight, the first and only fight they had, but it terrified me because Asher's face looked like a major, heavyweight boxing champion, or I should say middleweight boxing champion. But now his face, thank God, is all cleared up, and we have shows coming up in a couple weeks, and Obi's all cleared up, and his ego is done being wounded, and the boys are sleeping on the couch alone at night together, just because Willow usually sleeps with them, but being the last couple weeks of her pregnancy, she's been in with me and Shaq. But the point I'm trying to make here is they keep score. And so, as silly as it sounds, one of the best things for harmony is I do everything equal for each boy that I can. This is an example of one of the very rare exceptions because Asher can't be off leash. The other thing I notice is I'm letting him in the yard again, but rarely unsupervised, because Obi, when I was out there a couple times, he just wants to play with Asher. He's so cute for a Doberman. He's like 5 going on about 2. Normally they're a lot more aged at this stage, and Obi is just a goofball, and so he starts to come up and try to play with Asher the same way he does with Willow, and Asher would probably play back with him, but what I've decided is I'm not allowing that. They don't need to play, because what I think could happen, and I think I'm right about this, is that play, like that little cute saying about everything's fun and games till someone ends up in a cone, but with unneutered males I think it's especially true, especially given that we don't know what even caused the first fight. I just know, again, that my husband, who did not and still does not have the same dog knowledge, but he's learning a lot. He's had dogs his whole life, but he's learning about the need for certain rules. But he let him out in the morning in the dark when they were really racing to go out, and that's just never a good rule. And something caused it. We think maybe one of them bumped into the other, and all it takes with these two is, like with Asher and Willow, I mean, it's just like I say, everything's dry tinder with them. If they get anything, unfortunately, they're much more highly reactive. Very, very normal for the breed, but much more than I like it to be. So anyway, more tips on male harmony is keeping score. Also, we've put Obi on a leash at the beginning of the walk more, because the more structure and boundaries you can have in every activity, the more the dogs, I think, will be calm and look to you for guidance and be less likely to try to immediately settle things on their own. Cuddling, when they're very cuddly and getting along together and sleeping together on the couch, we just heap on the praise. So it's really simple behavioral conditioning kinds of things, which is, again, you see something you love, you load it on. You see something that you disagree with, and you come on strong. I mean, it's not just like, there have been a couple times here where Asher's tried to jump in Obi's face again, just about excitement, and I mean, I really tap him down, and he's actually figured out now not to do it. Every once in a while he can't maybe contain himself, but for the most part he does. So, and then I want to end it by saying, again, I mentioned before, but someone in the Staffordshire breed once said, as long as you don't have hatred in the household, then being able to solve these scuffles once they happen is possible. And I just want to say that that is very much the case. There's my handsome Ash, because, sorry, my shadow's in the way. There is no hatred. In fact, there's even friendship. And so I just need to keep encouraging, we do as a family of humans. Now my daughter's visiting too and following the same rules. And the same with the girls. It's amazing to believe that Shaq is sitting there with 3/4 of her ear gone. So she's got 1/4 of her ear left. And she snugs up to Willow at night on the couch and Asher as if nothing ever happened. And like I say, about a week or so ago, she had a bone, and I was in the room, but I had forgotten she had the bone, because it's true, you can't be perfect. And Willow went over and started to go near Shaq, and Shaq growled, which I actually thought was good, because it shows that Shaq isn't backing down, but Willow respected it, and of course I took the bone away too. So anyway, I think Obi might hear a coyote, so it's a good point for me to end everything, and I hope this was helpful to those of you who have asked. I can do more about things that people are specifically asking. Again, the channel never started out to be that way, but it seems really fun to provide it when I can, even though everyone knows I'm very long-winded and have a really funny sounding voice, especially when the puppies are coming, which is coming up very soon. All right, have a good day. Bye.